Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Caitlin and I am deep into my Cycle 1 Classical Conversations prep for this upcoming year. So I have been gathering up materials over the last couple of months really and just sticking them in a box. And yesterday I went to Target and found a bunch of stuff at Target, and so I decided I would go ahead and make a video just kind of showing some of the stuff I've gotten from places like Target and Amazon and Thriftbooks so that you guys can go get them too if you want, especially the Target stuff because I know that will be seasonal and won't stay. The other things you'll be able to grab later, but I just wanted to show you what I've got. It's not a ton. I really haven't gathered a whole lot yet because I'm not sure what all will want. I kind of play it by ear with my kids, and the things that they get really interested in, then I will get more books about those things. But since I'm not really sure yet with Cycle 1 what they're going to be really latch on to, I haven't gotten a whole lot of things, but I'll show you what I have gotten. So we'll start with Target. I went yesterday. That was Sunday, July, I don't know what day it is. I think yesterday was the 18th. So whenever you're watching this video, they may or may not still have these things, but I'll show you the things that I got. First of all, my 7-year-old spotted these placemats and really wanted them. They're $1. They have the continents and the oceans, and then they have animals that go with those continents and oceans, and there's like animals on the back for you to try to find in the different countries. So this really goes well with Cycle 2, where we learn the continents and the oceans, but also Cycle 3, because we'll be talking about animals. I felt like it was kind of a good tie-in. So those are $1 each, just nice little placemats to set on your table. And for reference, my kids are 7 and 5, and I have younger ones too, but my CC kids are 7 and 5. So the things that I'm getting, I'm looking at and thinking of for that age group. So if that helps any whenever you're planning. They had a ton of these workbooks. So I got Animals of the World. I feel like that will go well with Cycle 1. And also All About Our World. So these just have like little word searches and puzzles, all sorts of little fun things about animals. Or with the world one, you know, it talks about Mexico, Madagascar, China, Egypt. There's just like a different page about each one. So they're really simple. They say they're for grades, the animals is grades 2 to 3. All About Our World is grades K through 1. I just went ahead and got them because even the ones that are 2 to 3, my younger one, my kindergartner, I'll just help him with those. But these will go well with this upcoming cycle, Cycle 1. I also went ahead, because while I was there and they had these other topics, I went ahead and grabbed Space in Our Solar System for Cycle 2 and United States of America workbook for Cycle 3. So I will just set these two aside until those cycles, and I'll file them away with my stuff that goes along with those cycles so that I'll have those in a couple of years for my kids. But I thought, for $1 each for these workbooks, they'll just be fun little things that I can, hand to my kids for a little supplementation whenever we're talking about those different topics. I also found these flashcards, the Presidents of the United States. That goes well with all the cycles because we learned that in week 24 of the timeline. And there's just a flashcard for each president and gives some little facts about them. And then while I was there, I went ahead and grabbed this pack, the United States one, again to put with my Cycle 3 stuff because it talks about each of the states. So it's got like fun facts about each of the states. So these were just $1 each. So I grabbed a pack of each of those. And then these I thought were really cool. These are they're tins, and you open them up, and they had several. So I got this Presidents of the United States one, and all it is just, it's got a magnet for each of the presidents, and you can kind of match them up within the tin. They're real good sturdy magnets. They're not like super flimsy. And so we went on our way to church last night, and so I actually handed these to the kids to play with during church, and they really enjoyed them, matching up the presents. You could also just take them out of the tin and put them on your fridge or whatever, to help your kids work on lining them up, you know, putting them in order. But these little tins are $3, so I got one of those. And then I also grabbed the bug one and the environmental science and ecosystems one. You know, this next cycle we're going to talk about various types of animals. So really anything animal related can go along with this cycle if you want it to, or they're just fun to have. So the bug one is cool. You have a couple of little papers about bug facts, and then the outlines of the bugs you can match up with the magnet. The environmental science and ecosystems one is kind of boring. So if you're, you know, trying to save your money, of the three, this would be my least recommended one because it's got the magnets, but there's nothing to do with them. There's a couple of pages about them, but there's no like matching, there's no activity. It's just magnets. So, I mean, they're cute and all, but of the 3 tins that I purchased, that was my least favorite. There's also one about sharks, and there's one about like different like famous architectural places in the world. I didn't get those, so I don't know what's inside those. But that was kind of my Target haul. So like back in there, this is all in the Bullseye Playground dollar section where they have the back to school stuff. All that stuff was just right together, and so I was able to pick through and find stuff that I felt like fit with this coming cycle. Then from Amazon, I got a couple things there. First, and I'm really excited about this one. This is called the Big Book of History. So earlier this summer, our family went to the Ark Encounter in northern Kentucky. And while we were there, we were in their gift shop, and I saw this, and it is a huge timeline fold-out book. So I ordered it from Amazon so that I didn't have to haul it around. Oh, hold on, I'm pulling it the wrong way. So it's folded up, and so you can like expand it huge, or you can just turn its pages more like a book like this. But I love that it has a lot of the topics or landmarks or historical events that we learn about in CC in this timeline. So as the kids are reading through it, they're going to recognize a lot of different things and be able to tie that in with all of the other timeline that's in there. So it's creation to modern computers. It has definitely a focus more on Christianity and the church and how that has changed throughout the years. And so it's just a kind of a different perspective, a different look at the other types of timeline books that we may have, and you may have seen this in my other videos. I also, from Amazon, got this Kingfisher Atlas of the Ancient World. I bought it through Amazon, but I think it was actually a used book. So, you know, you can buy some used books through Amazon. I'm not sure that it's currently, like, I don't know if you can buy it new or not. I don't remember. It's been quite a few months, and I've had a baby since then, so I don't remember all the things. But it talks about, you know, Mesopotamia and ancient Egypt. And I'll turn the camera around and flip through these books for you at the end of the video so that you can see the insides. But here's Indus Valley. I mean, there's Minoans and Mycenaeans. It talks about a lot of the things that we learn about in CC. So I'm excited about this one. And then finally, Thriftbooks. If you have not discovered Thriftbooks, it is incredible. You just purchase used books through them. They have a website, but I use the app on my phone, and shipping is free over $10. And so I constantly go look there for books to see if I can find a used one. You know, pretty often I can find used ones for $5 or so that are in pretty good condition. And then I'll just grab a couple of them. So I get the free shipping at $10. You get rewards points all the time. So I'm constantly earning free books. I love it. I cannot believe I didn't learn about it till last year because it is amazing. So I grabbed a couple from Thriftbooks. I got this Everything You Need to Know About World History homework. I showed the United States version of this in last year's Thriftbooks and Amazon haul. I have heard from other people that a lot of the CC material was kind of like fits along with this. And so I bought the United States one last year when we were in cycle 3, and then I grabbed the world history one this year for cycle 1. It's a little older than my kids, but my oldest, my 7-year-old, he can read, so he likes to sit down and look at it. But regardless, since I found it on Thriftbooks, I went ahead and got it as a reference for as I get older and we repeat the cycles. I bought this Usborne book of Living Long Ago. It has just different stuff about ancient Egypt and Romans and Vikings and medieval times and like what people wore and what they ate. And the last thing is this weather forecasting book. You know, we talk about weather in this coming cycle, and so I thought this would be perfect. It's got all sorts of little experiments and, you know, how to build a weather station, and just all sorts of little things about weather. So here's a cool page about the clouds. So I just grabbed that too. Thought that would be fun as we talk about weather in those weeks. So anyway, all right, let's turn the camera around and I'll show you what they look like on the inside real quick, and then that's it. All right, so quick flip through. Here's the big book of history. It doesn't quite fit in my camera screen, but anyway. So like I said, you can pull it all the way out and see it as this one huge timeline, or you can turn the pages like this, but it starts at creation. And then there's just a ton of things that our kids are going to recognize from things they've learned in CC. So, you know, here's Minoans, here's Tower of Babel, 10 Commandments. So just lots of different things that are very cool. It's just a really neat book. Like there's the first Olympics, 7 Wonders of the Ancient World, first Jewish temple destroyed. I always want to sing all of these things instead of say them. It's hard to just say them when you're so used to singing the timeline song. Anyway, so I just feel like this is gonna be a really cool reference for our library here. And there's modern day. So, and then it goes up to 2017. So that's as far as it goes. It's not 100% current, but it's still pretty current. And then there's that Kingfisher Atlas of the Ancient World. Really excited about this one. So, let's see here. Ancient World, Mesopotamia, Ancient Egypt, Europe, Indus Valley, Minoans and Mycenaeans, Mediterranean. Let's see here. Ancient Greece, Romans, Africa, India, China. So like really just goes super well. The North American peoples really goes well with this cycle. So this is one I highly recommend grabbing if you can find it. Like I said, I don't think it's new anymore. I think it's an older book, but if you can find it, it's really good. Here's that Usborne Living Long Ago that I told you I got on Thriftbooks. It's just really full of a lot of cool information. So Vikings, Romans, medieval times, so fashion, so it talks about the clothes, and then it switches to like how they lived. So really good reference, not just for cycle 1, but also for cycle 2, because Vikings and medieval times. The Wild West, so there's cycle, it's all the cycles, look at that. So food that they ate. So I just think this is a great book. Transportation, if you can get a hold of one. Just like I said, these are older books, but just check out. All right, and that's it. Like I said, not a whole lot of stuff because I don't know what I'll want throughout the year, so I'm not getting a bunch. I'll link to what I can in the comments, but really most of it there will only be like 2 things because it'll be the things from Amazon. Everything else will just be, you'll have to go to Target and find it or poke around on Thriftbooks and see if you can find it. But I'll link to what I can. And also, yes, I'll be doing a separate video specifically about Usborne books. And of course, I have a ton of questions if I'm gonna do my yearly like prep video where I show all the worksheets and all the stuff, from CC Connected. Yes, that is coming. I am just trying to finish that stuff up for ourselves so I can show it to you, and also waiting for some things to be loaded on CC Connected so I can show them to you. So that is coming. That is it. So see you guys later. Bye.